Okay, what's up? What's up, guys? It's Wednesday, FOMC day, but not only FOMC, because we got a lot of information about the conflict. It's escalate, unfortunately. Let's see. President US strikes will take place against Iran in response to attack on US targets in Jordan. Will be hitting Iran hard. That's from today, before New York Open. And now Iraq. Talking about targeting US tools in Saudi Arabia. It's not good for the markets. Market can panic a bit. I don't know if that information is about full escalation or just temporary shit talking, We'll see. But definitely we need to hold that page updating every hour. And today, Wednesday, no news for US, to be honest. That was low impact for oil, positive for dollar. Okay. But today at 8 p.m. we got the FOMC federal fund rates, and that's the most important news for today. Let's check the Fed Watch. I will be active 10 minutes before FOMC to look at the move together on live. 66%, 33. Okay, we still got 2x more for post the rates on the same current level. I want to see the narrative after the conference. What is the plan? If the wars want to be friend with Trump, I believe they need to cut the rates. Maybe not cut the rates today, but in the long term he need to be more dovish. But if he want to send a message he's independent, he will be more hawkish, I believe. And that oil price is not good for future rate cuts. Maybe lower oil price will give us more probability to cut the rates, but oil is on the high levels, high price, because of the conflict and actual escalation. That's not good for the markets. Yeah, so we'll back to it before FOMC, 10 minutes before FOMC. I will back to it. Maybe prediction can change a bit. I don't think so. They cut the rates today. I think they pause the rate on current level. But more important, will be the narrative for the future. If Kevin will be dovish or hawkish. So depends on what Kevin talk to us, we can maybe make a picture for the future rate cuts and gold moves. Let's move to the technicals. Yesterday we hit that support, we hit point of control, we sweep the liquidity, we dip into Fibonacci levels. I believe we can do a pullback, maybe for another sells, but 1 hour decides to be toxic and just reject by the EMA 20. Now we are dealing with the bottom of that box, 4K level. I will delete it, too much mess on the chart. Yeah, we are still in the range. Key support is here, so we still have a room to poke it, but now we are dealing with psychological level, 4K. 4K is here. Dip into 4K and reject. With 1 hour chart, I want to see, I just see a FIBS, just see fixed volume range. There is point of control exactly inside 61 to 78, good confirmation. There is also trap candle here. So we got the FIBS, trap candle and point of control. Any pullback and maybe sells again. For now I want to see move to the upside into federal fund rates decision. That's gonna be shorter stream, I guess, because later on we got the bonus session, so there is no sense to analyze the market too much, because after FOMC everything can change, and there is also not super good decision to open anything just 3 hours before FOMC. Maybe think about it. It's some pips to catch. Yeah, $20 move, but is it worth? I don't know. $1 to $2 overall, is it worth? Ask yourself. I just want to see that reversal on gold, but conflict doesn't help us. Literally doesn't help us. And monthly candle becomes red. Yeah. Invert hammer. Is it bad? No, it's good candle for reversal. Inverted hammer. There is an inverted hammer pattern. A lot of red candles, inverted hammer pattern, and maybe reversal. We can see it on monthly chart now. Some red candles, inverted hammer for potential move to the upside. Also EMA 20 below. When we close that month, that EMA can be very close to the candle or even touch the candle. So dynamic support is close to us. We can see also some accumulation potential, and everything depends on conflict and fund rates vision. That's the biggest playmaker now. So we'll see, guys. Gold is fighting with 4K level now, and we'll see what happened during the FOMC. Look, almost everything is red. Dollar, yeah, dollar just trick us. Support is holding because conflict go on. I don't want to see any deep analysis now. I want to wait for the FOMC, to be honest. Let's just check the charts top down. Still a lot of room to push higher. Almost, yeah, something around 3.5%. Dollar still can push 3.5%. Silver yesterday 1-to-1, just scalps. But silver is holding better than gold. Gold poke below the zone, silver is holding it. It's lagging. We almost hit the bottom from 15 years ago. And gold is strong. Stronger than silver. Pushing higher. But it's not showing me that for today. Today silver looking like is stronger. Daily, yeah, red candle. S&P, GG. S&P looks very similar to gold. Very similar to gold. But yeah, let's wait for the fund rates. EU hit the zone again, reject, reject. That zone is working pretty nice on EU. That was cool idea. Here also rejection candle. EU is pretty simple to play because when it hits the zone and print red candle on 1 hour, you can just open after it, stop above, and yeah, scalp 1 to 2. Here also 1 to 3. Just after first red candle, after tap the zone. Maybe we back to it again at FOMC and die. I don't know. But that zone worked for the first time, second time and third time. GU never come back. Only that first one from Sunday Rabbit Hole gave a setup. If we break that support, it can be just bleed. But need to wait for FOMC, really. Oh, so close. So close. It hit 50%, right? Yeah. It hit 50% and move higher. 50% on that yellow line, move higher. But also Sunday Rabbit Hole setup 1 to 4, pretty clean. 1 to 4 on Swiss franc, over 1 to 4 on GU, British pound, 1 to 4 on EU. So Sunday's rabbit hole gave very clean movement on currency pairs. Damn, I miss Bitcoin. I miss Bitcoin today. I marked up that zone yesterday at evening. Oh. I marked that zone yesterday at evening and didn't set the alert. Why my alert is so high? Okay, because that is for the break of structure, but... Ouch. It's gonna be 1 to 3. Maybe someone play it. That just depends on FIBs. 61 to 78. 1 hour structure. I miss it. I miss it. It happens. And oil, I'm still waiting for oil. There is liquidity and there is fib level. I'm in sales priority on oil. So there is fibs 61 to 78. There is liquidity, also 0.5 fibs. Wild area high, and that's how I'm analyzing oil. I will also show you how I analyze Bitcoin. So wild area high, fibs 61 to 78, pretty clean. If you get the wild area high or low inside 61 to 78 fib levels, that's a good confirmation. If you extra have point of control or trap candle, that's another strong confirmation. Gold is pushing out of 4K level. Let's see if we can get into 30. 4030. And 4 hour structure. It's still here. Around middle of the consolidation. So first target and second target for buys. Maybe any rejection here. We'll see during the FOMC. If we fall down, I will looking for any type of accumulation inside that box and go into middle or top of the consolidation. That's the technicals. Of course, geopolitics can mess up everything. Also today's federal fund rates decision and plans for the future are key. So we see again in next over 2 hours, 7:44 p.m. 45 sorry p.m. Central European time zone, and 10 minutes before 2 p.m. New York time zone. Yeah, for now that's gonna be it from myself. See you again at the evening. Bye bye.